You didn't even know that you was involved in the middle of a huge plot. A huge plot that could have cost you everything. A bet was made over your life. And the people involved, everyone involved in the situation has lost it. They lost the bet that you didn't even know you were in. The bet could have been about different scenarios of the situation. Somebody made a bet that they can get you in a, compromising position. Somebody made a bet because they thought you were an easy target. You were an easy kind of woman that they can get and lay down, and that you would compromise your dignity and your self-worth by laying down with this person. And you didn't do it. That person lost that bet. This can be another scenario where you were betted on because somebody didn't think you were going to survive in a new environment that they pretty much pushed you to, because they rejected you, despised you, took your finances away from you, and you left these people. Even though they tried to leave you in a bind, you left them and you went to this new place and you're surviving and flourishing. Matter of fact, you're doing better than you were before, but they wasn't expecting it. So you got a lot of people just worried right now because they really thought that they was going to win the bet over you. They didn't think you was going to boss up and glow up into this radiant person sitting on a white throne like the way you are, and become better after all the hell and the situation they tried to put you in. This bet went so deep that people are literally starting to question why they make the bet in the first place about you. Somebody got you fired off a job and they made a bet that you would never come up out of this situation, but you found a way to do that. You still made it about. And they worried about how they look to others after they try to make you look bad. And you just going about your business, la 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 la, flourishing, walking down the path, skipping down the street, happy, well, after all this betting that they put on you that you were unaware of. You was not aware of this going on, but they wanted you to suffer. They was talking behind your back, saying bad things about you to others. And you got people still hoping that they're trying to make a point, a huge point, that they were right about you when they're wrong. They were wrong about you being easy. They was wrong about you not being able to fend for yourself when you left them where they had you messed up at. They was wrong about getting you fired off that position and then expecting for you not to grow and, start something new with your life and become better. They wasn't expecting for you to grow into this radiant person that you are. No, these people weren't expecting it at all. So everybody involved that plotted against you, they lost. This bet went so deep for some people that they plotted that they will run you crazy and put you in jail, or run you homeless right after the bet is over. And you're still flourishing, you're still standing. But instead, it backfired on them. Now they left wondering if they gonna make their bills for the next month, or they could be thrown out on the street because they was betting on you. They betted a good 10 grand. Yes, I'm picking up 10 grand energy. That if they win this bet, that they will be able to live the way they want for this next 6-7 months in their living situation. But they're losing that bet. And now the 10 grand that they thought they was going to win, they're losing that. So now what they wish for you is now about to happen to them. They might be homeless. They might not be where they're supposed to be at because they betted this cruel thing about you, trying to make you lose everything, lose your peace of mind, get you thrown in prison over false stuff. And you survived the trap. That's what I'm picking up. You survived that trap and they can't do nothing about it. Some guy thought he was going to take you to bed, get you knocked up, and then leave you with a child as a single baby mama, and he run on about his business. That's the bet a man made over you. He lost that bet because after they did that, you found out how this person was. You decided you didn't want to deal with this person. You didn't like the way they acted. Their goals wasn't like your goals. And you said, I'm just not even going to waste my time with you. Brother, whoever you are, I'm not going to waste my time with you because my direction where I'm going in life is not where you're going in life. But he thought you were easy because he thought you were so beautiful on your outside that you were just easy because he's used to easy women giving it up so fast on the first night for him. But you stood your ground and said, no, I just don't even like you because, yeah, you're attractive is what you told this person over a little lunch date because he thought he was going to get you that day. He thought because he give you a dinner and a movie that he's able to get you to compromise. And you basically told him, you popped your shoulders back and you said, like the person you are, what are your life goals, sir? Do you know God? What do you like to do with yourself? My goals is to be this founder of an organization one day where I donate and have donations going for children that's in need and children that's overly sickly, could be battling certain situations like cancer. And my goal is to make sure these children heal and get healed on their journey so I can heal their bodies of whatever it is they're going through. That's my goal. This is the type of thing I stand for in order to make people better in this earth. And this person looks stunned at you like, come again? They didn't think you were like that. No, he thought you were an easy person. I don't know if he thought because you came across, maybe you had on an outfit one day and you had a nice dress on and your breast was perky and your hair was flourishing, that you was just anybody, that you was just going to be an easy target. But when you said those words to him, what is his life goals? He got tripped up in his game. So he had to take the walk of shame back to these guys or whoever he was trying to show out in front of and say, I lost that bet. She's not going for it. She's not the one. Literally lost 10 grand, 20 grand on getting you. And for some, it wasn't even that much. He only bet at $50 because he thought you was that easy. And because you shocked him and you said no, because you got better things on your mind, because God got you doing an assignment on this earth and you not trying to compromise for anybody, he was shocked that you turned him down that night after he paid for that dinner and movie. So now let him take the walk of shame. Everybody involved, there was 6, 7 other guys involved, his friends that make that bet on you. His close friends that said you was going to be one he was going to get, and he didn't. But this player is used to women giving it up, dropping their draws down for him on the first night. And because you stood your ground and said no, he gave you a nod, but he also lost that bet. And that's not your problem. You didn't need a snake or a joker like this anyway, because what was he coming at you like that for anyway? He wasn't looking to make an honest woman out of you or a wife, so why did he need to waste your time? And you saw through all his game that day at the dinner table over a dinner night what he was really about. And you was able to dodge that situation. The bet that these people or whoever involved made over you, they now realize that you wasn't the one. Because now you're in a better place, you're doing greater things, and you're not really worried about this people that make this unnecessary bet about you. They are dealing with their judgment for that. They're dealing with their consequences for making these unnecessary childish bets over a person like you that did not deserve that. And they didn't think you was going to see through it. So now they're dealing with heavy spiritual consequences for doing it. And possibly could even be homeless and lose where they stand now because they making devilish bets over a person like you that shouldn't have been involved in their psychological mind games. I'm proud of you, whoever you are. You did not lose that test, but you passed that test. You avoided that temptation. You basically made people out to be a liar over you when they fired you off a job unnecessarily because somebody wanted to check you and put you in your place when you were working hard, being on that job on time, doing what you needed to do to keep your job. And some hating coworker didn't want you in that position. So they plotted to get you fired. And then they made a bet, everybody, and laughed behind your back that you would never rise about the situation after they get rid of you off the job. And you're still rising. That's the bets. That's the type of bets these people are losing. Or somebody didn't think you was going to make it in that new city. They didn't think you was going to survive on your own out there, but you're still surviving. You're still well. You're still doing what you're supposed to do. You're still flourishing like never before, and they left with the stank face, trying to figure out how you're doing, and they can't. And who's helping you? Ain't nobody helping you but God. They wasn't trying to help you. No, they was trying to create this bind for you to be in, so you would never rise, and so you could be out of your mind and in a bad situation. That's all they were looking for. They wasn't out putting blessings on you. No, they want to make your life hard. And because you left these people behind, you left them in the dust because you feel like you realize you didn't need that type of energy around you, because they wasn't going nowhere in life. They was only looking at what you can do for them, like the crabs in the barrel they were. Now they're shocked. Now they're on the risk of having their house foreclosured. Now they're at the risk of being homeless. Now they're at the risk of not getting paid nothing. Now they're at the risk of watching you flourish and not coming back like never before, because you're doing greater than you were when you were in their presence. This is the bet these people lost about you as a person. They shouldn't have prejudged you as a person. They should have got to know you before they decided to make that stupid bet over your life and act like you wasn't who you were. You are exactly who you are called to be. And all you did was expose how they wasn't cracked up, all that cracked up as they should be. All these individuals in the scenarios, or different scenarios on this video, they're not cracked up, or not as cracked up like they portray themselves to be. And you not even giving these people the satisfaction to even waste no more of your time, because you realize you got better things to do. And they don't. They lost that bet. Some people crying. Some people are trying to figure out in your brain on how you beat it. And some people just got that stank look, or that, that look. Mouths dropped all open on how they lost and you won. And you didn't even know you was a participant in this bet. You didn't even know. But they lost. And that ain't your problem. They need to get their hearts right like you. And stop being overly childish like they are. And that's the message I got for a royal one. Sucks to be them. And until next time. Bye-bye.